We're going to practice applying chess frameworks to various parts of life. Understanding all of chess is a hard thing, but by the end of the video, you'll realize how simple these frameworks actually are. You don't need to be a brilliant chess grandmaster to use these frameworks every day. To quickly summarize, a framework is a model which fits information in a way that's easy to understand. A common example of a framework is a calendar. Time is represented in blocks. It's easy to visualize block 1 is twice as big as block 2, so task 1 will be twice as long as task 2. In the same way, with a bit of practice, these three frameworks will be easy to visualize and decode. The three frameworks are Identify Anomalies, Cause Stack, and Momentum. Let's define these three right now. Identifying anomalies is the ability to systematically see what's wrong and change it. Cause Stack is the ability to find the root cause of a problem to handle it robustly, and Momentum is the ability to get the game working for you and stay working for you. Let's dive into each of them so we can apply them to our daily lives. To identify an anomaly, we have to know what an anomaly is. The dictionary definition is something that deviates from what's normal. But this only begs the question, how can we identify what isn't normal if we don't even know what normal is? That's the heart of identifying anomalies, knowing what is normal and addressing what isn't. The best way to figure out what is normal in anything is to simply observe. When I'm learning something, I even think out in a verbal voice in my head everything I notice. When playing chess, I think out, okay, I have 3 important pieces on my side and 1 on my opponent's, and I have a bishop that looks along this diagonal and blah blah blah. The more you consciously keep track of these things, the more you eventually subconsciously think about these things, the more you may identify when those things go wrong. So let's apply this to our own lives. Let's say you start being mindful of the conversation. You now try to notice as much as you can about your next conversation, and you notice your friend's body language. The next day, when you see your friend again, you may realize it changes. Instead of talking with their hands, they only move them a little bit. That's an anomaly. Now that you've identified it, you can choose whatever you want to do next. You can ask them if they're having a rough day, or you can respect their privacy better by not bringing it up at all. Really, whatever decision you think is best, but now you're better equipped to make that decision. After you identify an anomaly, it's time to better understand it. We can do that with a cause stack. Imagine with me a stack of pancakes. If you move the top pancake, it doesn't affect any of the other ones. But if you move the middle pancake, it'll move all of the pancakes above it, but none beneath it. And if you move the bottom one, it moves all of the pancakes. Problems are similarly ranked. Some problems, like mispronouncing a word, is a surface pancake mistake. Some problems, like which job you're in, is mid-level pancake. And other problems, like your view of consciousness, are deep pancakes. And this is the same idea in chess. When you try to use a piece in an attacking wave, but your king doesn't have anything protecting himself, although the attacking wave may be a middle pancake, the king's safety is definitely the most important. So let's again apply this to our own lives. Let's say a friend said a rude comment about how they wouldn't eat your creme brulee if it were the last custard-based dessert on earth. It's ambiguous what the problem may be, but here are a few guesses. The problem is your friend is having a bad day, so it's their fault they made the comment. Or the problem could be you won't forgive a friend, so it's your fault you're hurt by the comment. Or maybe the problem is you became friends with a heinous guy over time, so it's circumstance's fault. Or the problem is your parents put you in this earth with terrible creme brulee making skills. The one thing in common with all of these explanations is that they're somewhere on the pancake stack. A bad day is one thing, bad standards for friends are another, so manage your pancake stack well. The last framework is momentum. In a scientific sense, momentum is the rate of change of velocity per unit time. Well, at least acceleration is. However, in an intuitive sense, momentum is how strong you feel or how easy things feel to you. It doesn't take a grandmaster to understand who has more momentum in this position. Clearly, the black pieces are more active on white's side of the board, and black has a lot more space to move around than white, and a lot of black's pieces are looking right at white's king. There are only 2 properties of momentum. Momentum takes forever to change, and momentum is super powerful. Thus, momentum's best friend is consistency. Imagine driving in a car. It's really hard to go 70 miles an hour from your garage, but when you're already going 60 miles an hour, 10 more is nothing. That's because you already have momentum. Let's apply this last concept to our own lives. Your friend wakes up every day at 4:30 in the morning. He takes a cold shower, he makes breakfast, meditates, and reads all before you're even out of your jammies. But I can guarantee he didn't make that decision in one night. Instead of going from waking up at 10 to waking up at 4:30, from A to Z, he probably went from like A to B to C, back to B, and then C and D. He probably did what he knew he could do, knowing that next week he had the capacity to do a little bit more. momentum is just like that. And that's the dangerous part. It's really easy to do, and it's really easy not to do. So use momentum not just with sleep schedule, but also with anything. Be a little bit more understanding with coworkers, or work 3 more minutes on homework, or 30 more seconds on meditating. So identifying anomalies help you notice problems. The cause stack helps you tell which problems matter, and momentum helps you make more of your solutions. Write these 3 down somewhere, and every day, just once, practice them. Eventually, it'll be second-hand nature, and you'll be thinking with chess professionals frameworks without having to touch one piece. If you like this video, check out this next one. I'll see you there.